Day 3 of pretrial proceedings saw the defense wrapping up their closing arguments, and one statement really stood out. The accused lawyers said they will be, quote, offering NCR defense, unquote, when the full trial gets underway on May 8th. NCR is short for not criminally responsible on account of mental disorder. Earlier this week, the defense had a pollster on the stand who they hired to conduct an online questionnaire this past winter. 905 Manitobans answered over 40 questions. That poll posed 3 defense strategies, including NCR, problematic DNA evidence, and self-defense. There were also separate questions dedicated to each alleged victim, asking whether or not the public knew the names of the women killed, Rebecca Contois, Morgan Harris, Mercedes Myron, and an unidentified woman the Indigenous community calls Buffalo Woman. The killings happened in the spring of 2022. Later in the week, another defense expert testified that jury members cannot avoid bias because of all the media coverage and the build-up to the long-awaited trial from 2022 until now. The witness referenced a 72-page document that lists 405 media stories and 129 other sources about the trial, including social media, Winnipeg police updates, and House of Commons debates. The defense said some of the information out there can't be unheard, including news about searching a landfill where it's alleged 3 of the women's remains are. It even became a Manitoba election issue, as well as the fact that most coverage alleged Jeremy Skibicki was a serial killer and associated this case with the broader systemic problem of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. The defense said that's why this case should be heard by a judge alone, especially with a defense approach of NCR. The Crown referenced 2 high-profile jury trials that had extensive media coverage where the victims were also Indigenous, including the Robert Pickton trial in British Columbia. The other was here in Manitoba, the Cormier trial where he was acquitted in the murder of Tina Fontaine, despite all the extensive coverage that even included phrases like Tina's death galvanized the Indigenous community. King's Bench Chief Justice Ken Joyle is presiding over this trial. He also presided over the Cormier trial. Judge Joyle will make his decision on Friday as to whether this will stay a jury trial or move to a standalone judge trial. As for the NCR defense, it is worth mentioning that during jury selection last week, potential jurors were also asked about their opinion on not criminally responsible on account of mental disorder. T.R. Wheatley, APTN National News, Winnipeg.